tonight on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, Tomorrow's World includes a look at the dangers of driving.
Barry, I've commandeered a vehicle.
The old trick, eh? Eat the telly before I get a chance to nick you.
It's a toaster.
Dalek, you have been defeated. Surrender. You have failed.
Insufficient data.
Nazi ain't got no humanity. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
Is this world protected? But you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them? Hello. I'm the Doctor.
Yes, indeed, ladies, yes, indeed. He is the Doctor. He will always be the Doctor. He might actually be the Doctor again. That'd be fantastic. I like that he never went back to the role. Right, I do like he never went back to it. I'm just thinking there, watching bits from 11th Hour, the beginning of the Moffat era. Do you think who handled classic Who better? The Moffat era or Rusty Davis one? Interesting question, right? I've never really thought about it before, right? But who handled the Moffat era better? I don't know. Who handled the classic era better? I would say Moffat, really, because I love the seamless integration, right? It always seemed a little bit clunky in Rusty Davis era, but like there was a much more seamless integration in Moffat. Like we saw a couple of classic monsters in the lineup of monsters, right? And they fitted in fine, right? And I think the first time we really had it, I might be wrong. First time we had a hint of the classic Doctors was no, I was gonna say the next Doctor, but before then with the timestamp thing. No, it was the Martha season, so it was the 10th season, Human Nature. And the Diary of the Impossible Things. We've got a copy right up there. Great bit of merchandise. Oh, we used to have great merchandise, didn't we? Back when Doctor Who was beloved and there was a market for it. I don't know if Big Finish is going to survive this. I really, really, really don't. Right? They seem to be really leaning into, I've been saying this before, really leaning into an audience that hates anybody not exactly like them and will make you feel uncomfortable to be around them. Like, oh, who wants you here? Okay. Fuck you, bye-bye then, mate. I don't know. At the same time, it's not like what they're making is indispensable Doctor Who. It really is. That's Big Finish's problem right now. Everything is like very dispensable and throwaway, right? It used to be like, yeah. Let's see if we can pull up a tale of two Big Finishes. Or the Big Finish website takes so long to open up now. Big Finish. Hang on. I'll open up twice, but it's going to take forever to open up. Anyway, I was watching Enlightenment last night, right? Enlightenment's fascinating in that I think there are 3 versions of it with 3 different sets of special effects. All right, you got the original version. Here, let's A/B it, right? Hang on, it will be here. Let's go. Video file, and what we're looking for over here. Right, there's my Doctor Who folder. Doctor Who, 5th Doctor, dying, Enlightenment. All right, so let's just, okay, so this is original effects. We'll start with that. Okay, so it'll be Yeah, it was a little bit after this that they. Yeah, this falls asleep. He's kind of creepy. Right, and then we get this effect shot over here.
Venus.
Yeah, it's that's reasonably shitty. Do we actually see any boats at any point? Wow, I can't believe we didn't see a boat on that one. Oh, fine. So now it's about at 9-10 minutes in. Some boat action.
And the Buccaneer.
Neck and neck.
This is madness.
All right, so that's the original effects. Now they did another one. I should get the booklet out. Let me find it. They did a special edition, Fiona Cumming, recut it into an hour and 15-minute version. I really like this version. Zips along nicely. So it was coming up alongside the Greek. It'll be around here somewhere. No, it'll be before that, I think, isn't it? Okay, yeah. Is this? Well, here's the effect shot that we didn't see before. Oh, there we go. Which she passes out, and again, there's something very weird going on there. Fine. So here is the Fiona Cumming new effect. You get a bit of the shit in there, but it's very like, the CGI is very dated, like very, very, very dated. Here, where is it?
Crew with an extra ration of rum with the captain's cup.
Aye, sir.
Right? See what I mean? Like it's very dated. Let me see if we'll find that little scene with the Greek and the Buccaneer. I guess not. I'm not gonna find it. I think it's too much trouble to look for it right now. Great little story though. Man, did I enjoy that story. Here, 1 second. Fine, and then I think for the Blu-ray they did the effects again. Right. Yeah, oh, okay. I mean, yeah, you can see it more clearly here. Hi, creepy guy. You go to sleep there, Tegan. This is not any roofie type of situation. No need to worry. Nothing untoward's going to happen. If you wake up without your knickers, it's just, don't worry about it. No, it's normal at sea, in space. So it's still better, right? They're getting progressively better. I think we got another effect shot here at the end. Hang on. I can't find it. Anyway, so I was watching this. Now I'm intrigued to see if the here. Let me get the little booklet, right? Little booklets always used. This will be season. This is season 20, isn't it? See, yeah, must be season 20. Yeah. We get a little. Okay, where is it? It's season 20. Fine. We'll look at Enlightenment. Because it seems bizarre to me. Maybe they did those new effects for the DVD, but didn't they do the special edition also for the DVD? And that had different new effects. Okay, now I'm going to hit over. Okay, we will clear up this confusion. HaGeffen, a bit shit, really. What can you do? Nice costumes, but a bit shit. Snake does excellent. Not a bit shit at all. Fantastic, baby. Fantabby double dozy. Well, this picture looks very phallic. I'll get back there in a bit. I'm not showing you now. 1 second. This looks awfully phallic. The snake dance picture, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't that look like a giant penis coming out the doctor's head? Does to me, baby. Does to me. Good season 12. Mordred Undead. Another great one. Love Mordred Undead. Terminus. Yeah, Terminus actually, no, the only thing wrong with it is the Garm. If I could just CGI over the Garm. Okay, Enlightenment. So let's see what we got. Update effects. New 2023 effects exclusive. Exclusive to the Blu-ray in SD. Why are they just doing SD? What? New 2023 effects exclusive to the Blu-ray in SD with optional intro from Fiona Cumming. Okay. Well, that's weird. Why would they just be in No, I've seen them in HD. So what are you talking about? Special edition. Right, is that on another? Is that on the next disc? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No. One second. It must be here somewhere. Audio commentary. I think making a documentary, cast feature, original edit comparison, breakfast time at the doctor's. Special edition. Okay, yeah. A cut down of the story in SD. Okay. Anyway, my point's this. Here, let's go back to this. This effect shot, which I think is really quite. I think it's what's the word? It's quite. What's the word? Demonstrative. It's a very. This is the type of effect shots they had all the way through it, and I had like a mind blowing idea.
That was a marvelous drink.
Again, yeah, no, nothing roofing you here. No, don't think about Kinder, darling.
We shall be rounding the next marker boy soon.
I bet that's what you call it, you dirty old bastard.
Marker boy.
Marker boy. That doesn't mean anal. We know that. Anyway, I realise just about anybody can make new effects for this way better. That will fit better using AI, right? You can easily make these yachts in space and then easily animate them. It's so simple. Right, to do new effects for this, I mean, particularly this one. I might go ahead and do it. I probably won't. It's really not worth the effort. But like that's the way to do effect shots now. I mean, like make an image in AI and then animate it. I guess, right? I mean, it's just going to get better and better. I can't wait till we have a proper interface to use it. Oh, that's going to be fan-freaking fantastic. So before we get to the chat, what stupid stuff to have to look at? I have a few stupid bits. I could do that. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm there. I'm not sure I'm down here. You can go. Fine. You did a good job. Thank you for coming. Yeah, let me look at my bookmarks. It's really weird. When I bookmark something on my phone, it doesn't necessarily make it to... Oh, this is crazy. Yeah, this is also crazy. Oh, I didn't get the original one. Yeah, 1 second. Maybe this is the original one. No. Okay. Oh wait. This is it. Oh, this is awesome. And then there's a parody that's even better. Again, again? This young lady just speaking a lot of truth. I can't disagree with her when she's so right. Yeah, where is it?
Just happened.
So there's an ice cream van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9.
Bloody £9 for 2 of them. Well, you're right to be this pissed off, that young lady.
For 2?
Yeah, £9. That is going to get nowhere. The one that comes on my street is either £1 a p or £2. That is going to get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's why.
Oh no, it's called having a captive market, right? My father made a lot of money by that. He used to have salt beef sandwich stands at Wembley, right? And they would charge the absolute most they could possibly get people to pay, right? They'll pay crazy money. Like £9 for 2 ice creams seems about right, and this was like 1990, right? And then when people were paying my mother, who was working on these stands often, and it's a $5 for a Mars bar or whatever it is. They said, "Hey, I bet you have a BMW parked in the back." And she's like, actually, I do. And she did.
Oh, bad, isn't
You
it?
should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad.
Doesn't even do cash. Bloody hell.
Isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
When she grows up and gets married, you just better keep her happy, is all I'm saying. Yeah, that's be my guess. Anyway, that spawned a parody, which I think is fantastic.
An ice cream van there selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9 for 2.
Yeah, £9. That is going to get nowhere. The one that comes on my street is either £1 a piece.
No, I'm sorry. The original girl's way better. I'm sorry. It's not even close.
Or £2. That is going to get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
Oh.
That's well bad, isn't
You
it?
should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
Yeah, look, I see weird things online. I don't want to tell you. I see weird things online. Who's this? Again, that I live in this timeline. There's a lot bad about it, but there is this as well, which I mean, is just fantastic. I mean that this is coming out of the mouth of a president of the United States, or being on. I just love that this is the world we live in now.
The NATO chief, who
Mark.
is your friend, he called you daddy earlier. Do you regard your NATO
He did. Okay, he says sometimes daddy needs to use harsh language, talking about the Israelis and the Iranians. And boy, the Israelis did not like being chastised. Holy crap. Get over it. I mean, again, but whatever.
allies as kind of children?
No, he likes me. I think he likes me. If he doesn't, I'll let you know. I'll come back and I'll hit him hard, okay? No?
Do you
He did it very affectionate. Daddy, you're my daddy.
Yeah, some people are mad at Trump in Israel now. The people generally look. I'm on Trump's side, frankly. But it doesn't. I don't think it surprises anyone. But you know, I think he did quite well for himself. Do any other? Oh, we've got a couple of things we need to look at. We got the Sandman trailer. How many episodes is Sandman season 2? Because they're like, it came out as Neil Gaiman's being cancelled. Sandman season 2 number of episodes. I was still getting 10 episodes. I thought they were just doing like. I thought they cut it down to like a 2-parter or something, right? Will there be a sound? I really thought they were cutting it down. Sandman 2 on hold. Will mark the end of the series. Right? Okay, I thought they cut it down to like a 4-hour mini-series or something. But okay, no, it's apparently still on. Right? Do I trust that? Let's see what Wikipedia says. Because generally speaking, other than being like super woke with its, I was coming out in three sections, apparently. But this says it's got 12 episodes, season 2. Well, now I'm just confused. Okay, so you have season 2 is coming out in 3 parts on July 3rd, 24th. Okay, so this makes much more sense then. Because I just didn't understand how they're breaking it up. Okay, here, I'll share the screen now. So again, the real problem of it is just the insanely woke casting that really derailed a lot of it, sadly. I mean, they have a character in his death who is like the whitest person you've ever seen ever, right? And she's played by this black lady. And it's just weird. It's just Neil Gaiman, so I see no difference because I'm such a good person. Yeah. Anyway, so they're doing Seasons of Mist as the one story I see, which is a very. I only got Song of Orpheus knocked into it. That was their holiday special. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with it, because then it looks like they got the kindly ones, which was the final story arc, where and you got Death, the high cost of living. Such a shame, though, right? It's such a shame they cast a black woman to be Death. It's just silly. I mean, it's the only way I can describe it. It's silly. It feels as silly as Joe Martin being the Doctor carrying a big gun, right? It just feels silly. Yeah, but let's watch the trailer. There's also the new Fantastic Four trailer. Maybe we should get to that as well. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Actually, I think the greatest tragedy of the Sandman TV showing, apart from the painful wokeness, being a very faithful and correct adaptation, right? Like, really, what is that you got to say, Sandman wasn't that great. It was just like, we liked it at the time. It's very 90s, right? But yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings when they adapted it. It was like, this is awesome. This is incredible. Sandman when they adapted it well, right? There's a lot of very good, very straight adaptations. It just goes, well, Sandman was... That's exactly as I remember it, but it wasn't that good.
It has begun.
He was well cast. The guy who played Sandman.
Dream is returning to hell.
Lord Morpheus comes to us in a futile attempt to free one he loves from our domain.
Now, something else this first season really showed me was Gwendolyn Christie is a great actress, you know, and this really showed the difference between great actresses and average ones, right? Because she took on it was a gender swap role, but it's like Lucifer, I can't remember who she is, some high level demon in hell, and because she made it her own character, right, it didn't feel like a weird derivative knockoff. It felt like something original and alive, right, for a dead character. I thought it was quite cool. But yeah, and I think Jenna Coleman did the same thing with Constantine. The others not so successful, but man, she really knocked out the park.
Hell is anticipating his visit most avidly.
Nada loved you. She was right. It is wrong for us to get involved with them, you know.
It just kills it. I'm sorry. It just kills it. She's supposed to be super white. It is silly. She's supposed to be a super white goth. It kills it near. And it was just so Neil Gaiman said, I see no difference between a black person. I don't see skin color at all. Really, did you see it when you're raping all those ladies? I don't know. Let you tell me.
If I have committed a wrong, I must make it right.
When one of the endless changes.
Now, weirdly, Colin Salmon, is it Colin Salmon? Or wait, who's playing? Who's playing Destiny? Is it Colin Salmon or is it what's the guy's name again? Here, let me try it here. Control. Destiny. Okay. Not Dr. Destiny. Adrian Lester playing Destiny. That kind of works. It's really, I think because he was cast because he can bring that role. He's an actor. This one was cast clearly because she was a black woman.
That changes.
Oh, and Whistler's Green was based on Stephen Fry, who has turned out to be a massive twat.
Everything.
Yeah, this is stuff is taken right out the comics. It's such an incredibly incredible and incredibly accurate adaptation.
Okay, Sophie, the end is coming. All I have to
going to be watching it and reviewing it.
Everyone loves a good story. But all stories come to an end.
Everyone here seems to not notice or care. The world is ending.
We did have some good times, didn't we?
Oh, he was very good as Corinthian the Nightmare. I don't know. They get the Jack Pumpkinhead just perfect. Again, this is just perfect.
You cannot save yourself now. The dreaming will survive. Even if I do not.
Yeah, again, I think what they showed up is the Umbrella Academy is a much better show. With property until Elliot Page became Elliot Page and just derailed the whole freaking thing. Right? I mean, honestly, take Elliot Page out of Umbrella Academy, you have absolute gold. Right? This is just kind of like a bit emo mopey-ish. Again, but I like the comics. I think it's just nostalgia more than anything else. Oh, so it's next week. It's not long. Right? Not long. Okay. And then I saw a new Fantastic Four trailer. Let me just grab that. Fantastic. I thought it was Mark Gatiss in it in a really weird role as like a TV show host. Right? And Pedro Pascal just sucks. I'm sorry. Pedro Pascal just genuinely sucks. Is this the one? Will this download? Let's see if this downloads. Nope. Let's try that. Oh, that one did. No, not there. Yeah, I'll try and find the twats. We'll go Fantastic Four trailer. I tell you, I'm really loving everything I'm seeing about Superman as well. Can't wait. Here it comes. Doing. Yeah, let's look at this trailer. And then we'll get to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Doink.
Around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four.
It's just a really bizarre role for him. And again, I love the 60s aesthetic. I think that's really going to work well. But what's going to kill it is Pedro Pascal being a beta sub cuck male.
Mr. Fantastic. Invisible Woman. Human Torch.
I love you, Johnny!
And the Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
Yeah, so all through this trailer, they make a joke of him not saying it's clobbering time. Why not kind of lean into that? That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
It's clobbering time!
That's just in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
So they keep going to him clobbering time. Here's the thing that kills me. It's like, it's like so much of Star Wars, which I'm really trying to go through now. Go back, like, I really want to give Obi-Wan a shot. I just worked out you fast forward through the chicks. Fast forward past the chicks and everything's okay. Which means you got dropped several episodes from Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I really want to see what it's like without the irritation of all the chicks. It might be good. I don't know. But yeah, like, so again, it looks gorgeous, Obi-Wan. This looks gorgeous. I mean, a 60s, very Jack Kirby themed Fantastic Four.
I herald his beginning.
And a swing and a miss.
I herald your end.
A dumb, pointless race swap, a sex swap, gender swap, whatever.
I herald. Galactus.
What is that? Get us out of here, Ben! Hold on! Are we?
I tell you, this is going to get his ass kicked coming out after Superman.
Safe?
I don't know.
I wouldn't trust him again. And like, why does he look like Reed? He's such shit casting for Reed Richards. I see absolutely no point in casting. Everything else, yeah, no, not so bad. This guy.
The clock is ticking. We are going to find a solution.
Although it's supposed to be Sue Storm is the team leader, right? But again, fuck off. For goodness sake. I mean, really? Yeah, really? It's just stupid.
We are going to make it right.
You don't want to...
Yeah, but then we see the Galactus shadow and we're like, well, look at that. That looks stunning. I don't think you get me to the big screen to see this.
Just crush him. I like that.
Love the fantastic car. Love the robot. Right? To get all this stuff is great. Just can we AI out Pedro Pascal? Replace him with, was it John Krasinski or whatever his bloody name? Like somebody who looks like Mr. Fantastic.
The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
I trust you as far as I can throw you, Pedro.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
Don't really like the music though either. Fantastic Four. It doesn't really work for me.
What time is it, Ben?
So, see, he's got a beard there. Right? It must be some part of the movie, who knows why. But, like, again, why do they keep trying to get him to say it's clobbering time?
No. What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
I would love the MCU to come out, not as Despero, come back from the grave. So I can find this. It's one thing. I'm not going to make the whole thing because it's hilarious and goes on forever though. Or 5 minutes. Yeah, we won't play the full thing. Here it comes. Talking of the Fantastic Four. The late great Norm Macdonald had one of his. I love this sketch about the Fantastic Four. I'm going to fast forward it because it does just take a long time to get going.
Origin of the Fantastic Four. Our heroes, flying in an experimental rocket ship, are assaulted by cosmic rays. Upon landing, they discover they have fantastic superpowers. Now, let's listen in and discover how Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm became the Fantastic Four.
The movie should be like this.
Okay, I was up all last night, and I think I've come up with a great name for the group. Since we all have such fantastic powers, I think we should be called the Fantastic Four.
Ooh, Fantastic Four.
All right.
That sounds good.
I like that. Yeah, and I have come up with individual names as well, if I may. Ben Grimm, you are a rock-like thing of a man. You will be called the Thing.
Great.
Sue Storm, you're a woman who has the power to make herself invisible. The Invisible Woman is your name from now on.
Good.
Johnny Storm, you are human, and yet you are a torch.
Yeah.
The Human Torch.
The Human Torch. Okay.
And I, Reed Richards, can stretch my body like a rubber band. I will be Mr. Fantastic. Okay, let's get on to business. First order of business for the Fantastic Four. Dr.
Reed?
Doom has the entire world's plutonium
Reed,
supply. And,
excuse me for a second.
Yes, Ben.
Never mind.
What is it, Ben?
It's nothing.
Ben, we have to speak openly here.
Well, it's just about the names.
Okay, Norm Macdonald is a better Mr. Fantastic, quite frankly.
How do you like yours, the Thing?
No, I'm fine with that. It just seems a little... Well, I'm kind of a thing of a man. You're calling me the Thing.
Uh-huh.
Sue is a woman who can become invisible. She's the Invisible Woman.
Makes sense.
Johnny is human, yet a torch. So he's the Human Torch, right?
Sure.
And you can stretch your arms like a rubber band.
Uh-huh.
And you've named yourself Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just seems a little odd, you know.
Yeah.
I don't understand the problem. I mean, we're all named after our powers.
Right. But your power is to stretch like a rubber band.
Right. That's why I come up with the idea, Mr. Fantastic. It's a fantastic ability I have.
Right. No one's saying it's not fantastic.
I mean, many people, when they see
I wonder if this really went down. I want to see this in a movie.
me stretch, they often use that word, fantastic.
I think what Ben's trying to say, Ben, right, is that we all have fantastic powers, but we're called what we do.
Right.
Yours is stretching.
Maybe Mr.
Stretch guy.
I was thinking Stretch.
But that's my name.
Right, El Stretcho.
El Stretcho.
No, not El Stretcho. No, it's Mr. Fantastic is my name, okay? Now, if you guys have problems with your names, we can talk about it. My name is Mr. Fantastic. Let's talk about Dr. Doom.
It's just not fair.
It's not what?
You can go find it on YouTube. Is there let me see if there's new Superman stuff. Superman trailer. I saw this new clip. I'm just loving everything I say about Superman. Doing I thought, didn't they bring out a new trailer as well shortly ago? And that was from June 11th. What's the Daily Planet? No, they right now they're all being very gracious doing publicity tours. There was quite a good clip they put out with where Superman confronts Lex Luthor over Superdog, right? Which I thought was really cool. And maybe we go look up Superman clip. Superman clip. Or sneak peek, maybe? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Like 30 seconds. And again, look, every time I see something from this new Superman, I go, well, I think this is going to be very good. Man, I'm like, I really got to get to the chat. Here we go.
Lex, I tried to stop him.
It's fine, Mother. Superman, we finally meet. Would you like a coffee?
Where's the dog?
Dog?
The dog, Luthor! You took the dog!
That's right.
If Lex Luthor's done anything to Superdog, I think he's going to be the greatest villain of all time.
Why do you get all of this?
Where's the dog?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
He's a good Lex Luthor as well.
He's just a dog. I don't know what dog you're talking about. Ugly dog and a cape. What did you say?
Anyway, I think Superman's good. Maybe Superman might prep the Fantastic. Maybe we get people in the mood for superhero movies, so they might go and see Fantastic Four. I don't know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let us get to the chat. Let me pull up the thumbnail. Blink. Over there. Doink. Oh, pure bit of clickbaitery today. I didn't want to Billy Piper. Billy Piper is James Bond, of course not. But it's no more stupid than her being Doctor Who. There's this other guy, the black guy that is rumored being Doctor Who, and I see nothing official about it whatsoever. And I hope that's not the case. We do have some good James Bond news, though. Right? As Stephen Fry, we're getting to you today, mate. We are getting to you today. And she keeps going in and out of being Billy Piper. I mean, she's very bangable at all times, which I like. Right? She does. I mean, here. How does this compare to... Let's look at the last video thumbnail, which I think this last one I thought was excellent. Here it goes. Yeah. Slave land for other things. Yeah, that one really worked for me. Again, I'm really bummed out. I missed the trick, right? I should have had her more to the left-hand side and Jabba the Hutt on the right-hand side with Cider Speak Rum. And she's saying, after we destroyed Doctor Who, it was either this or Celebrity Love Island. And Slater Speak Rum would go, this is Celebrity Love Island. I just think that would have worked, darling. I just think that would have worked. Oh, come back. There you go. Fine, let's get to the chat. Jonathan Cox is here. No, he's not here. Jonathan Cox was here. Long gone now. 40 minutes gone. Never mind. Well, maybe we'll catch you on the catch up. Some Star Trek fun. Oh no, I'm going to try and get to that link. Okay, give me a second. Let me work this out. She looks like she's more in an Austin Powers movie. Austin Powers. Hang on. Okay, let's see if we get to that link. I got to turn the sound off over here. Okay, Star Wars fun. What is this? Oh, it won't go back far enough. How can I get this? Hang on. Here. All right. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a picture of it and I'm going to manually write in the address. Where is this? Let's see what comes up. Okay. Here we go. Where's the window? It's okay. So it's YouTube / watch ? V equals the capital Z or Z M E. I sound like the guy from what's it called in Two of the Sidemen, working out the logic problem. D1G. Let's see if that works. This video isn't available anymore. Did I do that right? Watch. DZME. BO. Oh, here. BOE. BOELD. Let's try that. Oh, no, wait. Did it wrong. BOE. Get rid of the R. No R there. Let's try that. BOEL D1G. Missing the G. What is this? Star Trek's Redux. Hang on. What is this? Okay, 1 second. This is 1970s animated started reimagined. This short segment from the classic episode, More Troubles, More Tribbles, More Troubles. This is designed and reanimated segments from the classic. Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's have a look. Okay, you're seriously derailing me with this, but okay. Lonnie, you've done your job here. Okay. Oh, this is reanimated. I guess they Now, do I like this?
Secure hash and release docking day plan.
I mean, I think the work they went through doing this is incredible. But is it something I would particularly like?
Warp factor 6. Scotty doing some kind of smaller ship.
I don't know. I honestly, I got to see it in context of the original cartoon. Yeah, I have no idea. Reasonably interesting. Anyway, we're back to Darren Evans here doing Darren M on the Rumbles and the YouTube. Petey Richards here. Billy's little Beretta. Are we speaking in code? Yeah, actually, the gun the original AI gave me was ridiculous. It was huge. She cried. Do I still have that? Yeah. A second. Share screen. Like. Right, that was the was it actually no, I actually did this. Which one did I use in the end? I think I went for that one. Well, as I said, the gun is ridiculous, so I sorted it out for a real Beretta, right? So yeah, nothing if not screen accurate, right? Nothing if not screen accurate, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, my name's Bond, Billy Bond, says Arch Colin. Mr. Matt, how you doing, Mr. Matt? Thank you for joining us. I felt quite a strangely intimate. Reverend Steve Amaro is here. Shalom, just got to pop up to the shops. The Jays are on Bonders indicate that the next franchise to be destroyed. It depends which rumor. If you mean the Star rumor, I don't think I believe that. We'll find out when they cast the next Bond, right? We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Pal's AI Radio's here. Doing Pal's AI Radio. Always happy to see Amy Pond's legs returning. Better in short. Well, I agree with you there completely. Right. Yeah, Amy Pond probably had the best legs of any companion I mean, I did like Perry in every way, shape, and form, though. So there is that. How's a rabbi joined the Beastie Boys? Wait, what's going on? Where we're up to. You listened to Space Security Service yesterday. I thought it was going to be woke at first, but that was partly a plot point that, and the rest wasn't that bad. Well, see, that's the point. You say it's not that bad. I'm not inclined to give him a punt, right? I'm much more likely to go and look at like older stuff, like Dalek Empire, for example. There's so much good stuff. That's like here. Put up Big Finish. And they really have just a lot of good stuff for you to, which I already own, right? And it's probably more enjoyable than anything they have coming out nowadays. Share screen. I mean, I don't know. Let's see what collections, audiobooks. I mean, I kind of like the non-Doctor Who stuff as well. Anything that really jumps out at me? Here, we'll go what's new. And hang on, doink. Go back a month. And then go to 2005. Let's see what was new in 2005. Gallifrey, that was actually something I would listen to. Three's a Crowd. Yeah, I remember that. That's one of the Cagliari clutch ones. Unregenerate. I remember not liking it that much. But like Council, I see it. It was so much better when it had less product. Right? Terra Firma was a good one. Right? It was so much better when they weren't spamming you with product constantly. So yeah, I'll go and listen to either the Sandman series. They're excellent. Like these are when spin-offs are actually quite good and worthwhile and interesting. I'll listen to Idavros. Right? Iris Wild thing. I never really liked the Sarah Jane stuff though. Singularity, that was another good one. Like, yeah, I got a lot of old, very good stuff here that I could just go to any time. Go back to 2001. Oh man, they just started Paul McGann, Storm Warning. Again, it was so forward thinking at the time, forward looking. Snows of Venice. This is good stuff. Oh man, this is good stuff. And then 2010, I think it really started hitting its peak. Right. Yeah, this is you had the Lost Stories. You had this was a good little series they had with Colin Baker, which had a good Companions Chronicle that went with it. Again, they used to think about these things then. Time Vampire, another fantastic Companion Chronicle. Signalman, I love the textbook stuff. Yeah, 2010, that was really when Big Finish was, Jacob and Lightfoot was knocking it out the park. They really were knocking out the park then. Wow, there's so much good stuff there. Situation Vacant, I really love that season. Cobwebs where they brought back old Nissa. Guardian of the Solar System. Yeah, look, Big Finish was banging then. Now, who gives a shit? I'm like, Space Security, I'm not going to give it a punt. Right? I mean, if it's not woke, it's normally dull. Sadly, right? I mean, and it really is sad, but that's just where Big Finish is now. Like, will it survive? I don't know. I look, here's the thing. How long can you keep making product that your target audience really isn't that interested in, at the same time catering to a demographic of your niche audience that wants to drive everybody else away, right, for being impure, right? It's like, what? Like, it seems to be like, if you can keep like operational and financially viable during that, I'm very impressed. Right? I'm very impressed. I just don't see how. I mean, who on earth is buying the Jodie Whittaker stuff? I really don't know. Right? Really, genuinely have no clue whatsoever. Fine. I'm pissed. A group of teenagers just decided to remove my... Oh, wow. Your British and Israeli flag from outside again. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Paul Tozer. Tell you, ban TikTok. Right? Every country ban TikTok. It's bad news, mate. It's bad news. The Southern Rangers said, yes, it's so stunning and brave to turn Susan into a man. Or Keith thought, oh, did they do that? Well, it would make sense. Why not? Where are we up to? Debbie Strawbridge there. Debbie Strawbridge, thank you for joining. As is Darren Bradley. Thank you very much for your shout out on Twitter earlier. Just heading to the prop gallery office, kissing the Sutek prop on the forehead. Goodbye and listen to my way home for Yummy Nosh. Well, what are you having for Yummy Nosh, my good man? Catherine Fears, I'm so hot. Well, Catherine, one shouldn't brag. But, yeah, England, you don't have air conditioning. Look, just so you know, you can use air conditioning for heat as well, right? We do that in the winter. So that way you're cool in the summer and you're warm in the winter. Because the upscaler says 69. That's why I didn't. There you go. P. Rich there with answers about Enlightenment. But, man, you could really do those new effects with AI really easily. But I never found Tegan that attractive. Oh, it depends. It depends how you dress her up. Right? If you go for the whole air stewardess thing, is there anything I can do for you, sir? Here in first class, we will do anything to make our customers happy. Really? Good day. Dr. Alex is here. Dr. Alex knocking out chapters of code and left, right, and center. I think, does it debut this week or was it last week? It's debuting very soon. It's very good. Right? It's very good. I can't recommend it strongly. I really enjoy it. Haven't listened to the second part yet, but I will do. Right? I do enjoy it. It's very good. Peter Rich says, it's just a DVC stuff, some special edition DVD. It was heavily upscaled to 69. Yeah, you can tell. Or should I say awfully? Same with Planet Fire. Yeah, it's so blurry. Meglos is here. Enlightenment is great. I can't watch any of the classic Story Who with new effects, even if it's good CGI. It just doesn't gel with the original footage, and I find it jarring. I prefer the original effects. I completely hear it. Like, the reason I got turned on to new effects is because I found the original effects in Ark in Space jarring, and I like the new effects they put on. I found that make it a much more smoother watch. Actually, I found the same thing with Star Trek, the classic, the original series. Right, I found when they added new effects, I found it more watchable. I found the original effects took out of me. Vive la différence, baby! Vive la différence. Well, someone has to give VSX into something too. Well, I do guess so. Yeah. But again, just do it with AI. Where I'm sorry that a 30-year-old in a child's body. Well, I'm a 55-year-old heading in that direction in a child's body. Sorry, that kid just shouldn't be talking that way. That is true. Although she's perfectly right about the prices. I just like her exasperation, right? Her unfiltered. Yeah, this ice cream sales things at Wembley. Captive audience, if you're the only one selling it, I think my dad used to love selling most of the popcorn. Cheap as in it, like it was like the hugest market possible. Oh, he loved that. I get the occasional YouTube short apparently showing how these videos are made. Okay. Stephen Braddock is here. How you doing, Stephen Braddock? Brian Braddock. That's what I was trying. That's the name. Brian Braddock is Captain America. I was trying to remember what your name reminded me of. Right. Where are we up to? Cringe's Ausberg against Israel was unprofessional. I think Israel had it coming, Paul. But to tell you, we should have said that. Okay. The as soon as they okayed the ceasefire, this is very Israeli. They went and did the hugest bombing run humanly possible, right? That's a very Israeli thing to do, right? So Trump's they're dropping bombs, I'm trying to make peace, and they're dropping bombs everywhere, right? And again, they're within their time frame, but don't be a dick, he was saying, essentially. But then after another missile got through, it might be a mistake. It was shot down. Nothing really happened, right? They launched a massive bombing raid as well that will destroy the ceasefire, make Trump look like a bloody moron, frankly. And I can understand him not being up for that. And he told Bibi no, and I like that. Look, listen, my view is like this: that we Jews live in something called exiles, called Gullus, right? Gullus, and that's a kind of national form of slavery where you don't have your you never have a home field advantage. That's what October 7th that I think was the underlying message of it, right? And part of being in exile is you're subordinate to the king, right? Or the king and kings, which is what Trump is, Daddy Trump, right? And if we want to not be in exile, we need to fix the problem that put us in exile, which is we talk shit about each other, right? So that's it. We just got to say we're sorry for talking shit about each other and try not to do it so much. That's it. And then the Jews will call the shots, right? But no, we won't do that. Stephen Bannon had a great day watching Jurassic Park, then the Sea Devils. I tell you, I got no desire whatsoever to see the Scarlett Johansson Jurassic Park movie, right? None whatsoever. I miss Lions Made on Walls Ice Lollies from the 70s and 80s. To this day, tasty mint chocolate, and that makes me ice cream that makes Dalek Death Ray lollies. I also have a couple of wrappers in my folder of stuff like that. They kept making them afterwards. They were just like rocket, weren't they? Rocket ices or something. They were in the 80s, I remember. They just had a different wrapper on them, as I recall, right? See, then watch Sandman. Honestly, you didn't really miss much. I have to tell you, it's okay, but it's not awesome. It's just okay. Oh, they cut the Next Good Omens into a special. Thank you, JWC Reviews. Thank you. Oh, Destiny Angel. Now you're talking. Now I'm back in my head of the Jerry Anderson cinematic universe. Oh, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. I never listened to the Big Finish UFO. Right? I was never that into UFO. I like that Space 99 they did. Right? Even the cringe-inducing Brexit analogy, Earthbound. Peter, it says Obi-Wan can blow me more. Like I see. Here's the thing. If I watch something with a negative view of it, I'm going to be much more negative about it. I'm trying to watch it with the most positive view, right? And if it's still shit, it's still shit, right? But I've been very surprised about a couple of things. It's probably still going to be shit, right? Stephen Sinclair is how you doing, Stephen Sinclair? Not to be confused with Commander Sinclair, the last commander of Babylon 5 until the next one. All right. All these trailers haven't actually seen how they become fantastic and are villains in this universe. They've been protecting the Earth wrong. Pascal isn't hasn't even got the whiteness there. I know that really annoyed me. Right, fantastic bore. We went to find Robert Payne is here. Don't remember Atom Warlock. How you doing, Atom Warlock? There was only one short clip of Mr. Fantastic stretching. I wonder if Reed Richards' powers is one of the things they're trying to fix in the reshoots. I mean, listen, that if you don't go into making a Fantastic Four movie, knowing you've got to show their powers like a lot, especially Reed Richards. You're just a moron at that point, right? That's the most important thing. And like, how high? Like, we have the technology now. Probably say one of his favorites, Jerry Anderson. Must be talking about UFO. Alex Parody, I even like the CGI remake. We're talking about Captain Scarlet. Captain Scarlet. Dun, 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 dun. Expando Man, Stretch Dude. Further, I've seen Nick Holt playing a character. I know. You didn't think he could do that, all right? But he's pretty good at it, right? And again, they're threatening crypto. I love crypto. Oh, don't threaten crypto, right? That just makes him a huge, huge villain right there. I mean, crypto's the best. Everybody loves crypto. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing that. I am. It's only a couple of weeks out, Ant-Man, isn't it? Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. Where are we up to? Stephen Brett, Adam Warlock said hello to you, Mr. Max. Hello. Stephen once played an out-of-date World War II character with no contact with reality. He might have been doing a bit method acting. Well, that could be the case. Neville is here. How you doing, Neville? Wasn't the original gun Connery famously posed with an air gun? I didn't know that. I think you're right. Is that an air gun? Wow. I think it looked like it anyway. Fine. Big Finish. Yeah, honestly, will they survive? Maybe. I don't know. But like, man, the stuff they got coming out, you look at it and you go, who wants this shit? And there's so much of it. Yeah, one sec. We'll have a quick look over there again. Like Space Security, so I'm not even bothering with the free excerpt, right? They burnt their bridges with me, right? And again, if I ever go and look at their social medias, I'm surrounded by the most awful people in the world calling me a Nazi. I'm not really that interested anymore. I would have been interested in, and I'll get an illegal download of it, no problem, and check it out. The Fourth Doctor Adventures, the Rules of Karula. But someone got in contact with me and told me it was boring as hell. Right? That's the thing. If I illegally download, listen to the first episode on board, I'm out. Right? It's great when you don't pay for it. You got you don't feel obligated. Not even trying with the Seventh Doctor adventure. I don't like Sullivan and Cross. Or Cross mostly, frankly. I'm bored of the Time War here. I just don't think then much of this stuff is that saleable. Right? I don't think I just don't see the Jodie stuff being financially viable. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see the Sullivan Smith developing enough sales either. Dark Gallifrey, you had me at the beginning, you lost me. Right? How long can they keep going on making stuff that look, me, if I don't want it, and I should be your absolute target audience. If I don't want it, I have the disposable income to buy all your shit as I used to, right? And now I don't bother so much anymore. I'll get this nice Doctor and Rose one. That sounds fun. I mean, hopefully that'll be good, right? Hopefully that'll be good. And this actually looks quite good as well. The David Bradley First Doctor, but I still haven't listened to the Companion Chronicles one yet. So again, I don't know if they're going to survive. Who knows? Or dares to dream? What are we up to? I was in the chat. That's what I was doing. And I'm nearly caught up. I'm about 10 minutes out. Here we go. I did tell you we were doing a Thunderbird show in September, didn't I? The timing is always awful for me. And right now, I love Thunderbirds though. And now, this is the second night running I've had a full night's sleep, right, without any air raid sirens, right? I mean, thank God for that, right? Thank God for that. And I think I'm somewhat jet lagged right now, so I can't really think about much. I see Netflix, HBO Max are streamers looking into getting Doctor Who. Well, that's the rumors, right? We don't know what the we'll look at the rumors in a minute. Michael Halley is here. Hello, incredibly late. Whoops. Well, just You can always put up for adoption. You don't have to run for an abortion. That's all I'm saying. Herb Maxfield was one of the runners up for the role of Miss Fantastic. How much better would that have been? Oh God, he would have been great, right? With the demise of Doctor Who, will the BBC remake Quatermass? It'll probably be as lesbian. It'll probably get what's her name from Doctor Who was crap. Susan. What's her name again? This one. Share screen. Again, how did the people are going to look back at this and laugh and laugh and laugh and go, how do they not think this will get cancelled? They'll probably get whatever her bloody name is to play Quatermass. Or that. More likely. It'll probably be a drag queen because it's BBC. And BBC can't live without their drag queens. Oh, no. Oh, drag queens are the best. The BBC loves them. Neville, I said hello to you, Neville. I'll say hello. So, also got Gatsby Cotton. How you doing, Gatsby Cotton? Seriously, you're toying with my heart with that blood. Swindon Stunner, Billy Piper. That's what I'm doing it for, my good man. Be still your beating heart. That's all I can say. Very soon, we'll all live in a virtual reality, and we'll be able to create our own virtual Billy Pipers. Billy, calm down. We'll get to you soon. Ethan Burkholder is here. Ethan Burkholder, thank you for joining us. If you got a mind to buy some crap you will never watch, pays me to say this: Doctor 13 and 15 might be collectible in the future. No sales. That is actually a very good point, right? That's actually a very, very interesting point. Which right, let's start over here. Hang on. It's on Twit, isn't it? Hang on. I'll find it. Where is this? Okay, fine. Let's start over here. Here we'll go over here. Doink. And then where am I? Okay, just boomering it here. Did I miss pet news and family news? Well, okay. There isn't that much pet news. My daughter, who's been living here for the last 3 weeks, is going home today. Tomorrow, I should say. My son and my daughter-in-law also moved out this week. Now the air raids are over. We're going to have a Sabbath. It's just me and my wife. Oh, yeah, that's going to be awesome. Pet news. I got to get Daisy, my dog's nails cut. They're very long. That's my big news there. Lola's going with my younger daughter. Thank God. Oh God, Lola is so much work. You've no idea. Oh, she's much like my daughter, right? Strontium Dog in the works. Very cool. I mean, I saw the Rogue Trooper still, and I was like, wow, that was kind of unimpressive. Stephen O'Neill says they would set Quatermass in present day. BBC did a remake of it in 2005 with David Tennant, but the rest of them could be remade, and they did it as a live broadcast. They should really release that again. That was, I mean, it was more interesting in like how groundbreaking it was, right? Like it really was very, very impressive. Anyway, let's start over here. There you go. Share screen. So nothing says your era was super duper successful and say massive Doctor Who t-shirt sale now on. Lots of t-shirts are currently available on the planet at a little $1.99. That come on, really? Count me in. Like look, even the David Tennant ones don't sell. $1.99 for a Ruby Sunday shirt. Down from $17.99. $5.99 for Dr. Shooty. $3.99. $3.99 for Catherine Tay. $4.99 for Super Gay TARDIS. And another $4.99 for also Super Gay. Like, who wants this bullshit? Like, fuck. Oh, yes, I understand you're gay. Oh, you're so proud. That's really good value. You're so proud of yourself for being gay. I just don't get why you're so proud about being gay. How are you expecting to get $4.99 for that? Goblin King. Really? Just put that down to $1.99. Yeah, these may be collectible because this is the worst of Doctor Who. I'm here for fun. By I say fun, I mean fucking you in the arse. I'm here for fun. Really? Yeah, I'm here for being fucked in the arse. Much like Doctor Who. Dalek one still sells for £20. Right? I mean, why did they even make this one? Janice, was it Goblin? Oh, you dumb fucks. You dumb fucks. You thought this was actually work. You dumb fucks. Look at this. Yeah. Massive fucking failure in every way, shape, or form. My series, that one looks quite nice. Probably sold out. Yeah, exactly. Ruby Sunny, $1.99. Absolute complete. They haven't even got not Millie Gibson, a Verizon C2 one. Anyway, Bradley Dare, I think, believe in the chat, very astutely points out. Sells the t-shirts. Merch would have been improved had the Rabbi much saucy C-Scar postcard imagery. It would. I'm sorry. That's fun. Right? I do think that's fun. That's also fun. It is a clown show. And Verada looks very good in the slutty nurse. Yes, you're absolutely right. But look how much Doctor Who's on its arse. That's crazy. Right? That is absolutely crazy. Yeah, this is what we wanted to get to. Been taking my time trying to get to it. Ross David avoiding that hard truth about his second era Doctor Who. Oh, I think the hard truth is this. He was convinced gay people are under incredible assault and attack because most people turned around and said, yeah, we don't think women have penises. And can you stop involving my children in your sexual fetishes? Right? That'd be really nice, right? And somehow in their head that said they translated as let's throw gay people into a concentration camp. No. All we're asking you is to stop pretending women have penises. And you can pretend it. Stop insisting I pretend that women have penises, because I don't think they do. And you're involving children in your weirdo sexual fetishes, right? Which is essentially cross-dressing and being so seen. But again, that you thought that the gay world was under attack, that is the insane delusion that you're under. And like, people in wheelchairs are under attack. No, people in wheelchairs whose hair was purple, who screamed at you, you're a Nazi. They don't often go down so well. But it's not because they're in the wheelchair. I mean, it's like, and in the Reality War episode where Shooty finally steps out of his bubble, right, of being happily married with a child, like having a good life and everything being good for him and everybody else. And no, I'm stepping out and now I'm putting a dress on and being queer. Oh, and yeah, here's the thing, Russell. Most people aren't queer, right? Most people are not queer. And you wrote it as if most people are queer. And they're not. Right? That's the bottom line. You wrote it as if 90% of the world was queer and anybody who wasn't was just a weird, evil bigot. No. You're just a weirdo, mate, right? You are just a weirdo. Anyway, let's read what this is going to say. Both by Dominic Parks. Let me say this right from the start. I have a great deal of respect for Rusty Dave. Me too. Again, that this went so incredibly, crushingly wrong is breathtaking to me. Right? Just so incredibly, crushingly wrong. Without him, Doctor Who might never even exist in the 21st century. I tend to agree. He brought the show back from when it was dead in 2005 and gave it energy and relevance and helped define the entire era of modern British science fiction. I agree. 100% I agree. His influence is enormous and rightly celebrated, but respect is not the same as immunity from criticism. Sadly true. Right? Again, It's a Sin, probably one of the best things that he's ever written. I love his work, right? Up until now. In case you missed it, Davis recently announced he was pausing his long-running column in Doctor Who magazine after recapping a narrative arc of the last 2 seasons. He signed off with, not the end. Don't be mad. Doctor Who will never end. It came with a caveat. We don't know what's happening yet, and everyone works. While everyone works out, I'll take a pause on this page. Yeah, everyone other than you, right? And that's it. Doctor Who will return, yes, one day. You don't mothball a 62-year-old cultural institution forever. What do you do after you've beaten it to death? Right? I mean, dude, you literally beat that thing to death. But the shift in tone from Davis is significant. The familiar bravado, the energetic confidence has given way to something less certain and more evasive, like someone sidestepping a very difficult truth rather than facing head on. 100%. Well, that's the other thing. You know, I come to realize that anybody working in the entertainment industry, you've got to assume lies a lot, right? There's I'm not going to say his name. Yeah, I'm not going to say his name, but there's a guy who I respect a lot, right? A writer who's been around since the dawn of fandom, right? And has been very instrumental in many parts of Doctor Who fandom, right? I kind of realized this person lies a lot about the stuff they're working on or the companies they're working for, that they're doing better than they actually are, right? I kind of believe, they're actually he fibs quite a lot. But again, I think there's just somebody in the entertainment industry. They lie professionally, right? David has become a constant showman, a storyteller, but also a skilled promoter. Well, yes, but you got to have something good to promote. When he returned to the franchise in 2003-2004, he spoke in grand sweeping terms. A creation of the Whooniverse, global expansion via Disney, new spin-offs, new creative frontiers, a revitalization of the core series. It wasn't revitalized, it was queered up. It sounded like the dawn of a new golden age. Yes, it did! I was there! But increasing that vision feels less like a plan and more like a glossy pitch. And that distance is beginning to show in the work itself. Well, I can't disagree. I don't know, though. I'm only one voice. I'm only one voice in this crazy world. And I think it's always good to be able to bring on another one in the hive mind to make things either clearer or confuse things even more. You will recall in Time of the Rani that where the Doctor One was waking up everybody all at once or something in that giant brain at the same time. I can't remember. But yeah, I remember it being reasonably shit with nice special effects. Somebody who wouldn't call reasonably shit with nice special effects, quite the opposite, actually. Very, very mediocre special effects. Kind of nice guy. It's Birmingham, King of the Geeks. Dan Hadley, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, special effects decidedly mediocre. Hello, I'm okay, thank you, mate. How are you? I'm sort of watered almost.
Oh yeah, man. It's been hot out in England, from what I hear. I had a brilliant idea. I'm not going to do this because I had a brilliant idea. I was watching Enlightenment last night. Enlightenment had like 3 sets of special effects, right? It had the original, it had the 2010, 2003 special edition, where
DVD.
Yeah, which I really like that cut, I have to tell you. And then they did the effects again, equally poorly, for the Blu-ray in 2023. You know, and again, I watched it last night. All the effects are essentially ships in space floating and floating past each other, occasionally blowing up, right? You can make that in AI now from your desktop without blinking. You can make much better new effect shots that will seamlessly slot in for basically a price of a open art subscription or a Mid-Journey subscription.
Ian Levine would definitely agree with that as well.
I think I might do a couple of shots just as a proof of concept, but like it seems like a lot of work. But I mean that's really if your effect shots are not like integrated with live action, right? They're not like it's a different word for it when it's like a laser beam they put on. I can't remember, but if it AI, it 100% is the way to do it, right?
So you sound like your imagination's been well and truly.
Well, listen. every technology, right? Every technology is driven by the rampageous desire for smut, right? I mean, that's really, I mean, like video only really happens because of porn, right? Downloading only. By the way, a great show I can wholeheartedly recommend. It's called Pam and Tommy, about internet porn essentially. But it's on Disney Plus. It's not just funny and dirty. It's very, very, very good, right? It really shows how the birth of like streaming technology destroyed Pamela Anderson's life.
Because even though it focuses on those two people, obviously the clue is in the name. There's a whole set of characters around them that all, through their various machinations, sort of conspire to make a bad situation considerably worse for them. So you're quite right. It is absolutely fascinating. A take on the whole of the ecosystem as it was in the mid-90s. Yeah, oh God, yeah, I loved it. Watched it.
Oh, well, because whenever I suggested something, they were like, "What? No, oh, forget. It's fantastic." Oh, good. I'm glad you've seen it.
It's superb. The best thing that Sebastian Stan's ever done that I've seen. He was completely convincing in that.
I still waiting for him to be Luke Skywalker. 100% needs to be Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, I'd hold with that.
What I would do if I had the Star Wars franchise to revitalize it now, I would do another Andor type series because I love Andor, right? Yes. But instead of setting it before Star Wars, I'll set it in between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, right? Do 2 seasons in there, but I would have recast Han, Luke, and Leia and have them appear as like incidental characters in that, and then from that use those same actors to do post Jedi stories, like EU stories. Which is what people wanted.
They've damaged this. They've damaged the brand, the IP, so much that now actually recasting those characters isn't really a big deal. And you're quite right, Sebastian Stan. I had no problem with Alden Riker's Han Solo. Come to think of it,
it was great.
The principle of it, I agree with you. If I was, I think I would probably do. Set. Largely speaking, I think anything to do with Star Wars should be set between Star Wars itself and The Empire Strikes Back. That's not the world's biggest Star Wars fan, but for me, that's the period of time that's actually probably the only.
Oh, you know what they should do? This would be awesome. Maybe do it as a streaming movie or I'm not sure. Shadows of the Empire. Do you remember Shadows of the Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought several books of that. Like it was a comic, wasn't it? There was a game.
Yeah. So Shadows of the Empire, which was a Star Wars movie without a movie. That was the marketing push. You had toys, you had comics, you had everything apart from the actual movie. With a recasting Han, Luke, and I think Han isn't in that one. Though. Recasting Luke and Leia, that's the way to go. 100%. Anyway, fine. Let me finish off this article. This article is essentially saying Russell Davis just can't deal with reality. Like,
has he spoken again, or is this a gradual word that's around?
This is people just mulling over the twisted wreckage of Doctor Who. Right? It's kind of like now I wasn't alive at the time, but I get the feeling it's kind of like when Richard Nixon resigned from being president and everybody was just kind of stunned and like, what happens next? So I think that's where a lot of people are right now.
Yeah, I do. I equated this situation and the circus around it to Watergate to somebody not that long ago. I'm not sure if they even read my email, but I was very pleased with the allegory.
It really does work, doesn't it? Anyway, it's only got a couple of paragraphs to go. Yeah, okay. Well, we can whiz through this. Let's be honest, regenerational shooting outward to Billy Piper felt like a narrative panic button. Well, that's the thing. We all could see it a million miles away, right? It did. Yeah, it absolutely did. The sort of twist in reach for when a long-term planning gives way to short-term damage control. There's been no firm word on Series 16, no clear word on the next Doctor, just a fog of ambiguity. In this context, the silence is deafening. Well, I think it's what we've been saying all along. Like, you're going to kill it. You're going to kill Doctor Who. And like, no, Disney money, Disney. No, you're going to kill it. Oh, no, Disney. Really? How's that working out for you?
There's still a sort of a contingency of people who insist that Doctor Who can't be killed. Even that it can't even be damaged.
Really?
Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous. I mean, there's several people who are very active still on X who are adamant of this. Oh, just like Doctor Who was dead when they did this or that or the other. You know, really
No,
facetious.
Doctor Who was dead. I'm sorry. Doctor Who in the 90s was dead. It was dead as a doornail.
Well, I'm talking more about creative choices that were made that were meant to be the death knell for the series, you know, for the continuity, for its viability. And they're largely younger people, though some older people do come out with this stuff as well, who are old enough to know better, but it's mostly younger people who weren't there at the time. So they've read the entire fandom was up in arms about, I don't know, something that happened in season 19, Deadly Assassin, something like that. But the truth of the matter is that they weren't. You know, a few angry letters. It was far smaller. A few Mardy letters written into Celestial Toy Room.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Wow, you know, it's not some universal chorus of disapproval.
Right, and also things change. I remember City of Death used to be reviled when I was young. As like just stupid. Like now it's like a classic, right? Things change. Moods change, whatever. Anyway, what we're seeing now isn't leadership, it's obfuscation. There you go. Again, what's happening is the mask has fallen. There's no way of saying, you can't believe a word that comes out of his bloody mouth now. It's like the truth is out, essentially. And you've got to be really, really stupid or committed to like the falsehood.
I struggle to use the expression "he's been exposed," but I certainly think because he's never really hid.
Really, but carry on.
Well, he's never really hid what his material's about or what he wants of it and his ambitions for it. But
but he's being exposed as being full of shit.
I think exactly. I think he's been discovered as as not a liar, but as someone who was not in full possession of the facts, who's simply not on the ball, not clued up, and he's just behind the times. I think he's been discovered as a man who is out of his league.
Yeah. Well, again, this quote from Philip Hinchcliffe is always right. Doctor Who is a show that finds you out, right? It's a show that you can't hide anything from, right? It's pure talent on display. You can't fudge it at all. When you fudge it, you get Jodie Whittaker. And even when you fudge it reasonably well, which I think Jodie Whittaker's later stuff was a good pastiche of like Matt Smith Doctor Who, but it was very unoriginal. But it's just apart.
The fiasco around the finale, Russell had two choices when the finale started to fall apart and he lost his leading man. He could have either have made it considerably simpler and easier on himself and cut cloth accordingly, or he could throw everything but the kitchen sink at it, do a massive load of reshoots and try and make it look like something truly epic and that was planned. He chose to go for the latter. Very, very reckless and silly thing to do, simply because he's of the mind that if you make enough noise, that equates to a kind of confidence almost that people will be seduced by.
And also, it's always worked for him in the past.
To the greater extent.
It comes together.
But what he doesn't realise is that it was earned in the past, and it was a cooperative thing between him and us. Now there's a barrier between him, the production, and us. One which he and several of his colleagues and cast members have they're the ones who've erected it.
Yeah, and they erected it out of sheer arrogance. It's who says this? Simon. Simon always says this, and he's absolutely right. The hubris and arrogance of this production before it aired was nauseating, and it fell completely. It shows you how detached they were from reality, but like they were so confident in it. And essentially, it was made for a very small audience of like malcontent weirdos. That's the way I would describe it.
It should have been even more populist than his original run,
right?
Considering the amount of it that they had to make before broadcast, so they should have boxed really clever as regards the tone, the content, the themes, and each individual story. They should have been, I won't exactly use the word conservative, but have been a lot more traditional. They could have perhaps, and then depending on reception, they could potentially have maybe sort of bent it a little bit out of shape or done something more ambitious or stylized in seasons 3 and 4. But Russell couldn't start from a position of well, clear-headedness, I suppose, of being more realistic about the matter at hand.
The issue is we deal with this.
Seduce an international audience isn't the same as winning over a British audience.
Oh, that's very true. But I think that we live in a time of like there's mass mental unhealth. Like it's called a mass formation psychosis.
Yeah.
It's about around Trump and Brexit. People started going crazy, right, and getting crazier and crazier and crazier. Now Russell really believes the gay world is under attack because essentially the rest of the world has said we don't believe chicks have dicks, and can you stop involving our kids in your weird kink, right? It doesn't mean we want concentration camps of gay people, right? And which is how he
yes, insanity.
translated in his head, and that's what destroyed everything. That's what's made him bonkers. That's what made
the lefties, the loony lefties, always argue to extreme points as well. You'd think it was a choice between one extreme situation or another extreme situation, because they're not adults themselves. They can't possibly conceive of the fact that there are adults in any room, never mind in the room that they happen to be stood in at that time.
No, maybe that's why the people hate Donald Trump so much. He has a very daddy energy, right? And say, there is right and wrong, and dad is home. Anyway,
I saw that clip of him the other day. I saw that clip of him the other day swaggering about they don't know what the fuck they're doing. He was
that
like,
was awesome.
And sometimes, and I know somebody who is severely suffers from TDS. He's a friend of mine, he really, really does. And I know that when he saw that, I haven't checked his Facebook. I would imagine he's going absolutely ballistic about the president swearing and being, but to be that open, that clear and clean about what he thinks, what he feels, and how he reads the situation, it is so refreshing.
Did you hear the guy from the UN called him daddy?
I'm a big believer in
Sometimes
daddy.
daddy has to use bad language.
Quite right. Absolutely
true.
right. Get the world's attention.
Anyway,
yes, go on, carry on.
Who isn't daddy is Russell D. Davis. He wants to be daddy. The clothing line Davis' column is particularly telling. Hopefully we'll have some news soon. Until then, it's been an absolute joy. That doesn't read like somebody gearing up for the next big announcement. It reads like somebody quietly edging towards the door. Yeah. Shall I finish reading this or just move on? We're not really covering any new ground with this. It's just like I'm fascinated with the people are dealing with this in stages of grief, right? This realization that they've been fed bullshit, and I think I don't believe Russell Davis stopped caring. Quite the opposite. He is very personal, and the connection is why it's so hard for him to admit things are wrong. But true leadership means setting aside, having a moment of clarity. I would love him to come on my channel and have a chat. Hopefully I will straighten that, but who knows? I don't think he would make it. Another person who I'd like to have on the channel and chat, Denis Villeneuve. So this is actually a bit of good news, I think. Having
wonderful news.
Denis Villeneuve announced as the next Bond director.
This is absolutely fantastic news. But not just anybody who is fond of the James Bond franchise, but for anybody who has been feeling sort of distanced by populist cinema. Firstly, you've got the stuff that's going on with James Gunn at DC, not just Superman, but the whole ethos surrounding that line of movies. That group of creatives at the moment, I wouldn't describe it as revolutionary, but it's a pivot back to looking after their audience. This move, this could have, we've all been squeaky bum time, sat on the bench waiting for word of this, because obviously Bond changing hands from Eon to Amazon, it's a big fucking deal. And I had no idea where it was going to go. They could have picked any fucking no mark coming off the back of some dopey Marvel film, plonked them in the middle of this, and we'd have all have had to sort of watch out the corner like this. Oh, Jesus. The fact that they've secured the services of a genuine filmmaker, regardless of whether, I don't like his films, I don't like this, I like that one, that doesn't matter. This is a proper filmmaker who believes in the power of cinema, and more to the point, from what I can remember, he's a massive fan of James Bond. I don't see how this could go any better as a populist.
He is a James Bond fan. I think my big fear about this is films are often what's the word I'm thinking of? Not very emotionally connecting, right? I mean, I like Dune a lot. I think I loved his version of Dune. I didn't like the ending of the second one, but it's because I like the books, right? I like his movies are always very visually interesting and complex and layered with complex layered characters. Did you see the one about the aliens? They trying to translate the language.
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've got that, but I've never seen it. Arrival.
That's really good, right? That's a particularly good one. Now, there's this other movie that's been rumor that's been going around about this black guy who's the rumor keeps saying, oh, he's 100% cast. He's 100%. This is the new Bond, and there's absolutely nothing to.
Do you know how I say?
It sounds like nonsense to me, quite frankly.
The expression that I use quite regularly is jumping at shadows. We should resist this. Anybody who's capable of keeping a clear head and capable of objective commentary should resist this bullshit. There is no truth to this thing about Aaron Pierce at all. There's no substance to it. It's fact that people addicted to conflict, addicted to outrage, trying to cause problems, trying to create division, and more to the point, trying to ensure that people stay engaged on social media platforms, basically talking smack and keeping the culture war alive at a time where it is dying out. We know that wokeism is dead.
Well, I mean, the only reason to float this rumor is because you would want to put pressure. You want to call anybody a racist who doesn't agree with you.
Exactly. People are addicted to the conflict. People are addicted to the out. You've got people on the other side, on the left wing aisle, addicted to the conflict and the division, and you've got people on our side of the aisle who have become addicted. I'm sorry, but have become addicted to outrage. And
100%. I agree with you. I just think this is a look. Even was it Dennis Villeneuve? This is just a disaster. If this is true, and I don't think it's true.
But this guy, obviously, because he's playing Jon Stewart in the Green Lantern TV show, and he seems again.
Oh, that sounds fanboy. Then this is a fanboy rumor by a purple-haired weirdo who wants to own Star Wars, or
they want to leverage. They want to. It's so transparent. He will go mega traditional with the Bond casting. I can guarantee it.
You think that's really good news? Because I think
pick somebody I don't personally. He might pick somebody that I personally don't like, but being objective about it. Because several of the actors on the list, even of traditional Bonds, do nothing for me. But I have every faith that he will pick an actor that he can work with. And deliver the best possible film.
I didn't think Daniel Craig could play the role at all. I thought it was terrible casting. I wanted Clive Owens at the time, like everybody else, essentially. And then I was proved incredibly wrong. It was a fantastic reinvention of the character. Weird thing about the Daniel Craig stuff: 2 of the best Bond movies ever, and 3 you'd rather forget. Like Quantum of Solace.
I like 4.5 of them. I like the majority of No Time to Die as well. But
see, No Time to Die just meandered for me. It was just like it didn't have a central narrative thrust, and I think that's because that central narrative thrust was probably Loretta Lynch becoming 007 and becoming the protagonist.
This is the only reservation I've got, and this could be a misconception on my part, in that Denis Villeneuve seems to make a lot of films which are really quite long.
Yes.
Unnecessarily long run times have been a bane of cinema for a fair while now. When they announced, again, to go back to Superman, they announced the James Gunn Superman movie was going to be the shortest Superman movie ever made. I thought, well, is that a bad thing?
Good. No, that is good. That means it's
fit for
Superman.
purpose.
It's something that was printed on. It was throwaway entertainment, right? And that's actually why it was 2018 as well, right? This was disposable entertainment printed on cheap paper, and it would even if you put them in the comic bags, they'll fall apart after a few years, right? You needed the reprints to be able to read it. But yeah, no, it's supposed to be cheap, fun entertainment. I mean, that's it. That's right. I like the Zack Snyderverse where he went into very 90s dark superhero.
Yeah, me too. I loved
thing.
it all, but
But I'm so psyched for there to be an upbeat, bright 1950s style Superman, and I think it's exactly the right time for it. Right? The question is, do you think Fantastic Four will benefit from it, or it'll hurt it?
From Superman, if Superman is a big hit and it's starting to look very much like it will be, then it can only benefit Fantastic Four, and that will be it will be up to Fantastic Four as to whether it can hold its end up of the bargain. I think if people have a good time at Superman, they'll think, God, I've forgotten how much I enjoy this type of movie. When's the next one? Oh, there's Fantastic Four in a couple of weeks. People who aren't in the loop, who couldn't pick Pedro Pascal out of a lineup, because the norm is they don't fixate on the stuff the way that we do in the community. They'll just see the trailer, see the poster. Oh, that's another superhero thing. They won't know whether it's Marvel or DC.
And it certainly looks gorgeous. I mean, it's got an interesting visual hook. It's got that 1960s vibe going to it. I don't know. I just don't think it's going to revive the Marvel universe at all.
Oh no, I don't think it's no. Don't get me wrong. Long term, it won't do that. But I think it could do. It can only benefit if Superman is successful. Then that will have a knock-on effect and in a positive way on Fantastic Four. People won't go to see Superman and say, "Oh well, okay, well I've had my I've made my choice. I enjoyed that. I don't need to see." They'll. I think Tom Cruise realizes that when people have successive good experiences at the cinema, it means that they're more inclined to go back or find a reason to go back. Find a reason to go back, take the kids, do this, do that, buy the popcorn bucket, all that kind of thing. Get it back.
That's why I love Mission Impossible. I had a great time in the movies.
We all broke the habit, and they are trying to not instill it in us as such, but they're trying to promote the habitual sort of return to the cinema. I know that people go, it hasn't had the effect in the States that it has in Britain, where cinema going has really badly trailed off. But as I understand it has.
Scared to go out the door now in England if you live in a metropolitan city.
And you're quite right. If I know you were hyped about Mission Impossible for the couple of weeks after you saw that film, and if you're anything like me, you watch a movie like that, and I think, I was really got something that'll give you the same sort of feel of that. So you'll probably go and dig out the Guy Ritchie Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie or something like that. Actually, makes you feel sort of similar.
This was really clever. Netflix had the last Mission Impossible movie, the part 1, Dead Reckoning, which I remember wasn't very good at all. Right? I was like, but now I want to watch it because it was there. I'm like, okay, now I'm back in the Mission Impossible mood. Right? That sounds good to me.
It's made you more predisposed to accept it or to give it a second day in court.
Right.
Again, this was always the arrangement. This was the unspoken agreement between the entertainer or the studio, whatever you want to call it, and the audience. It's a very clear arrangement whereby they entertain us, we pay them for it. If we've been entertained, and they broke that. They thought they could have it all ways. They thought they could still have our money while giving us a slop and telling us, "Well, tough shit, you're all bad people anyway." They broke the agreement.
Screaming at us that we're Nazis. So I was very. I thought David Heyman and even Amy Pascal was very good news. This is even better news. Alfonso Cuarón was apparently heavily in the running, but I think Villeneuve's more of a name director. Like he's kind of where Fincher was about 20 years ago when they had him do when Fincher was doing stuff like Seven.
Yeah, I wouldn't call this a conservative choice as such because there's a flamboyance to his films. They're distinctive films, but. Because he's such a huge Bond fan, because he has a kind of populist, and because he's kind of on the crest of a wave, very few people thought he could pull off Dune, but he has. There's a huge appetite for the third one.
So the question is, how does this work with? I believe Dune Messiah's shooting now.
they've just announced casting some further casting for it, so I think it's filming quite soon. I think they intend on
filming it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they intend on. It'll probably be quite a long shoot for it, so I'd say they'll be shooting on it into the new year. But I would imagine, I can't remember which writers they've got attached, because there are writers attached to Bond already.
Oh, really?
So-
Yeah, I remember but it's not was it Purvis?
No.
They wrote, and it was the same movie they essentially watched over and made it over and over again. So far away, upcoming Doom Messiah. He's a director on that. Oh, he's not a Bond 26 in development. And there's a lot he's working on. Cleopatra, Rendezvous with Rama. Blimey, that's. But like that Cleopatra's in pre-production. Is this the Gal Gadot one I heard about?
Could be.
Cleopatra, Stacey. I have no idea.
I would expect some of those things for him to either pull out of or to be put on the back burner. Bond will be the priority.
Bond will
It's
be the
too
priority.
huge.
Let's see who they got writing it. Writing it in Fleming. Really? Wait, is it Bond 25 or Bond 26?
26.
Oh, No Time to Die special. Any other information? Somebody else in the chat. Who was it else in chat? Is it going to be one of the ones that they haven't adapted as yet? I doubt it, right? I doubt. If I was them, I'll do something like Doctor No or something like that. I would go back and remake an old classic Bond. Maybe Goldfinger. I want to start with Goldfinger. Russia with Love, something like that.
The time has come to not exactly break with Fleming as such, but to be informed by Fleming and consider the kind of story that he would have wrote today. I mean, we don't know. It may still be a period piece, or it may be set in a perhaps land where it's sort of a hybrid of the modern day and the.
I don't think
we know nothing at all.
I doubt they will do that. I think it's much more likely they will do a period piece, but I don't think they'll do that. I've always thought if they're going to do a period James Bond, then they should put it on. Let's say it should be a prestige TV series. Yeah, have you heard?
You can have the best. You can have the best of both worlds with James Bond. Now it's old enough now that you can do that. That it can be set in its own sort of world where people still use analog telephones and all that kind of stuff. And it not necessarily be kitsch or be parody.
Yeah, no, I think Fantastic Four is going to do something very similar.
You remember
the
film of V for Vendetta? You know, the kind of aesthetic that these films have, whereby they look like they're sort of 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in the present. You can have your cake and eat it with Bond if they're modest with the material. And we have to see what they're thinking.
But like in terms of I hope it's got great scripting, because you said about movies being too long. You got Back to the Future in the background there, right? Red Letter Media had just did a review of Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future in general. Very, very good video. I recommend it. But they were saying that all the heavy exposition about Marty McFly has to get his mother to fall in love with his father, and he vanishes from the picture, and they got to get the car to hit a lightning bolt exactly the right time to send. All that exposition was 8 minutes, just done in 8 minutes, so where the entire movie was set up. Right? That's writing. You need to spend as little time on exposition as humanly possible.
Yeah.
Are you on? Speaking of exposition, are you on tonight?
Well, we are sort of. There is new material over on the Type 40 channel.
By the way, before I show you new material, have you seen these pictures from doing the Instagram round? Billy Gibson, how they didn't make this woman look gorgeous during Doctor Who is really, like how they didn't make her look good, and how they have her like that next to the bloke in the dress. Okay. By the way, this picture is going to go down in infamy as yes, obviously Doctor Who got cancelled, right? Obviously. I mean, again, it's why is what's the name sneering at me? Like, look at me. I'm in a wheelchair and I can do science.
But I'm going to have you.
Like, there's just so much entitlement and anger dripping out of that. Speaking of entitlement and anger, tell me more about your show tonight.
We are. So this is BB Who. If you've been as enchanted by the notion.
So what, is this a homage to BB Netanyahu? That's very nice of you.
This is the CBeebies phenomena, the new production of Doctor Who materials that's due for between 2027 and 2029, isn't it? So you can find out exactly what we all had to say about all of this with a big sort of hybrid show with all our takes in, all our various opinions about it, our reactions to the jaw-dropping news. I don't think anybody saw it coming, did they, that CBeebies would be
Although, you know what? I
Doctor.
dug this out from Vault put this out one year. This is like from volume, 4. Well, this is from the they did a rendition of the cartoon series from the 90s that never got made. So I've never even seen this. I've really got to check this out. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, so this is because we're on our live stream break for a little while. So this is a specially put together video of our genuine opinions and reactions to that news, and that's followed up by this 100% new video here from Type 40, a Type 40 box of tricks.
I saw that. What's this one about?
Well, we are answering age-old, stupid Doctor Who questions. So you have to find out at I think that one's dropping at 9:30 with a live chat as well. So there'll be lots to get your teeth into.
Are you doing like a summer break right now?
No, it's not the summer break. It's our kind of mid-season break. So yeah, we've got people on holiday. So we've got several team members off on their holidays and things, and other people who are just tired. So
well, listen, it's very hot out from what I understand. But are you going to be doing any of those deep dive reviews you did with Stephen Noonan? I like those. They were really good. Very entertaining.
Well, now that everything has happened with Doctor Who as was, I mean, there is one coming next week. A brand new one coming next week, which has already been recorded, a deep dive review, and there are more on the way. We're about to record another one as well. So that
I've said that when I'm looking for something to listen to, that's the sort of thing goes like long form content about one story. Love that sort of stuff.
Because as much as and there's more podcasts as well on the way. Because although I love doing the live stream, I love doing Type 40 live. The crux of it, the meat and potatoes of Type 40 is still the podcast. It's across all major podcatchers and all that jazz. So that's really what Type 40 is. The live streams are an offshoot of it, really. I love doing them, and I'm really grateful that people enjoy them and get involved with them. But it's the podcast that's the sort of the engine behind it all. So there'll be a lot more of those coming as well. Now that the new series is over, we can focus on what we're really about, which is obviously the podcast and our love of Doctor Who. So, but I enjoy making these videos as well, putting together sort of funny ideas and little conversations and bits of headcanon and all that kind of stuff, and the kind of things that drive us all mad as fans. And so there'll be lots more coming over the next week or two. But yeah, look out for that next review. That's coming soon. Something, an era of the show that we've never spoken about before as well. So yeah, it's good. I'm really happy with it.
Color me intrigued. Fine. Yeah. I think I'm going to head off into the sunset. I think that's
I can't believe it's so late. Time flies.
Time does indeed fly. I am back. I don't think I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I've been doing an hour-long show on Fridays. I don't know. It's probably not. I'll see how I feel. That's basically it. Saturday night, I'm on an hour before Dan, and then I run and get something to eat, and I move on to Dan's stream.
Yeah, Facebook Live Saturday as well. That should be a giggle. Yeah.
At least we've got something to talk about with Bond. Again, hopefully the Aaron Pierre thing not going to happen. Fine. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head off into the sunset. I'm going to hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again and say good night, and may your God walk with you. And that with you will.